The forest was alive with the quiet hum of nature, leaves rustling in the wind, the distant chirp of birds, and the occasional bark of a dog. Yasmin sat in a tent, her laptop resting on her knees, the faint glow of the screen illuminating her determined face. Everybody has a role to play in life, her voice echoed in her thoughts. Something to leave behind, a story to tell, and this is mine. Once upon a time, I died. A life of rules. Monday morning. At precisely 6:30 a.m., Yasmin's alarm buzzed. She turned it off with practiced precision, pulled on her running outfit, and headed into the bathroom. At 6:48 a.m., she emerged, ready to go, and stole a glance at the clock. 6:49, she noted. She tied her running shoes, grabbed her water bottle, and smiled. 6:50, the clock read as she left the house. By 7:10 a.m., Yasmin was running in the park, her earphones streaming motivational beats. Her narration ran parallel to her steps. Rule number 1, always be on time. Time is the most important resource. Respect it, and success will follow. As she passed a fountain, she checked her watch, 7:18 a.m. It takes me 10 minutes to get here, 10 minutes to run, and 10 to return. Rule number 2, healthy body, healthy mind. Exactly 20 minutes every morning. At 7:30 a.m., she was home, placing her shoes and water bottle in their designated spots before heading for the shower. By 7:50 a.m., she was out, towel in hand, selecting her outfit for the day. By 8:15 a.m., Yasmin was on the couch, dressed and ready, sipping coffee while scanning the newspaper. At 8:30 a.m., she grabbed her phone, purse, and car keys, exiting with military precision. She walked into the newspaper building at exactly 9 a.m., ignoring the greetings of colleagues. Standing before the elevator, she reflected, Rule number 3, attitude brings gratitude. Start with the attitude of a CEO, and you'll rise. At 9:10 a.m., she was in her office. Early as usual, her editor remarked with a laugh. Maybe you'll take my job someday, dream on. I will take your place soon, Dick, she thought, forcing a smile as he walked away. Once at her desk, Yasmin opened her laptop, her fingers hovering over the keyboard before she began typing. The words flowed quickly, her internal narration, guiding her. This woman is everything I will never be, she thought. She jumps from one man to another, looking for her sugar daddy. If she focused her time on actually making something out of herself, wouldn't that be better? Her story took shape rapidly, a scathing critique of vanity and misplaced priorities. With a final flourish, Yasmin clicked send and leaned back, satisfied. That afternoon, her editor called the staff into the newsroom. His voice boomed over the chatter as he announced the selections for the next day's edition. As usual, Yasmin, your story will make it to the front page. She allowed herself a small, satisfied smile and murmured, as always. Her day continued like clockwork, until late evening, when she stood outside waiting for a cab. A group of women from the office, gathered near the curb, broke into laughter. Yasmin glanced at them, her lips tightening. Jealousy, she thought. They hate that I'm better than them. The women's voices carried over, snippets of their conversation reaching her ears. She's so full of herself, one said, and another chimed in. No wonder no one wants to talk to her. Yasmin's gaze hardened. Let them laugh, she thought. Rule number 5. Be a bitch. To idiots. They'll only slow you down. She stepped into her cab without a backward glance, her mind already shifting to the next day's tasks. A harsh awakening. Thursday morning. Yasmin woke to a familiar routine. Dressed, jogged, showered. Her phone played a motivational video as she prepared. Wake up, the voice on her phone encouraged. Today is your day. You are the queen. But her routine shattered with a phone call from her doctor. Your test results are back. It's urgent. Please come see me. At the clinic, the doctor delivered devastating news. A tumor in her brain. His words faded into meaningless murmurs as Yasmin's thoughts spun. Face surprises with action, she resolved, leaving the office abruptly, test results in hand. She didn't go back to work and rushed back home. She locked herself inside, her bathroom. Sitting on the floor, she whispered, "Rule number 7. Never miss a day. A missed day is a lost day." But her tears came, and for the first time, her rules felt inadequate. 3 days later, she lay in bed at 1:30 p.m., ignoring messages from her editor. His voicemail scolded her absence. "This is unacceptable. Be here in an hour or consider yourself fired." Yasmin stared at the clock, berating herself. Rule number 8. Never sleep more than 6 hours. Never stay in bed past noon. The bathroom mirror, she whispered. Rule number 9. Have me time. But what have I done with my time? No friends, no family, just rules. Her fist collided with the mirror as she slid to the floor. A new beginning. In the forest, Yasmin sat typing her story. Her voice narrated her transformation. Rule number 10. Screw the rules. I lost 25 years chasing success, but 5 days taught me happiness. With 3 months to live, I've decided to live. Yasmin's journey wasn't solitary. In those months, she rekindled old friendships and forged new bonds. She visited places she'd only read about, experienced moments she'd only dreamed of, and embraced the world with open arms. On one such adventure, she met Zane, a passionate environmentalist who shared her newfound appreciation for life. They spent days hiking, laughing, and discussing dreams they could only now afford to pursue. One evening, as they sat by a campfire, Zane said, "You know, you've taught me something. It's not just about preserving nature. It's about living in it, embracing every moment." Yasmin smiled, her eyes reflecting the dancing flames. "And you've shown me that life is bigger than rules. It's about connection." A man entered the clearing with a dog, smiling warmly. "Ready to go hiking?" "Yes," she replied, closing her laptop. "I finished the book." Hand in hand, they stepped into the wilderness. Behind them, her laptop screen displayed the title of her new work, The 10 Rules of Success.